We talked about amending the Constitution, the old-fashioned way. There's two old-fashioned ways, really. There's a Convention of States, Article 5, which basically says that the state legislatures, rather than Congress, can propose to have a meeting, a convention, not a constitutional convention, a meeting. And the states can send delegates, and they can discuss, just as Congress would, the Constitution, whether or not there should be amendments, and then it goes back through the ratification process. You still need 38 state legislatures or conventions. This is something you've endorsed.
I have endorsed it, and I believe very strongly that it's the only way we're ever going to get a balanced budget amendment. It's the only way we're ever going to be able to bring some real reform to our system, because Congress is completely paralyzed because of the money that controls it, paralyzed because of the political interest. People are more afraid of losing an election than they are losing their constitutional republic. So I strongly believe that a convention of the states empowers the people of America to get some things done that they've long wanted, perhaps term limits, but never going to get it as long as we put it in the hands of Congress.
And I don't understand the serious opposition. Is this not federalism? Is this not what we've argued for? State authority, the 10th Amendment, is this not actually in the Constitution? It's part of the Constitution. There can't be a runaway convention since it still takes 38 states to ratify whatever comes out of there. Isn't this a way to take our Constitution as written and take it back?
I think it is, Mark, and I've always believed the best government is the most local government. That's a conservative bedrock principle. And what better way to make our government more responsive to the people at the most local level than the Convention of the States, which really listens to the people from the states. It's a high bar to overcome. It's not easy, and people say, oh, it could go off the rails. Not likely. I'd be more afraid they'd never get on the rails, not that it would go off.
And what's the alternative? We have what I argue a Supreme Court that the left wants to act as a Politburo. That's why you can have your 4 justices, but beyond that, you don't get any.
Yeah.
So you have a quota system, constitutionalist. Otherwise, we control things. Why do they fight so hard? Because they don't view it as a court. They view it as sort of a Politburo, a political operation that on high can order things. But this cuts under that. This is true republicanism and federalism, is it not?
It is absolutely what it is. It's an empowerment of the people in a way that gives us the most raw form of constitutional empowerment to the people who are supposed to be served by the government rather than to be serving the government.
And even if the movement got close to having a convention of states, I think that would wake up Washington like they've never been awakened before.
It couldn't but do anything other than wake them up and shake them up. And Lord knows we need a wake up and a shake up going on in the middle of the Potomac.
We'll be right back.
The question facing us and facing our fellow countrymen is a 2-word question. Very simply, who decides? The American founders had a simple answer. We, the people, decide.